Racing, you wanted the best, you got them for abreast. Often imitated, never duplicated. The greatest show on dirt, the World of Outlaws.
Hello everybody and welcome to V8s Online for the Australian Sprint Car Championship round number 6. It's the grand finale round tonight. We've had an excellent series so far. Been to all the dirt tracks on the iRacing service and it's certainly pretty close in the championship. Joining me in the commentary box tonight is Corey Ott. Welcome, Corey.
Hello, welcome. Well,
so it's going to be a great event tonight, mate. It's yeah, the last round of the series. It's been an excellent series. We've thoroughly enjoyed covering it, and what better way to finish off than running at legendary Charlotte dirt track.
Yeah, exactly, the dirt track in Charlotte. It's apparently more legendary than Eldora, but well, if you're a dirt tracker, well, you know, Charlotte's a really famous circuit. Well, and also tonight as well, it being the grand finale of the series championship standings, go as follows. You got Joel Berkeley in front, 18 points behind him is James Robbie, and then third place Jock Goodyear, but sadly he's not here tonight, not at home. And then fourth place, 64 points behind the leader, is Cameron Dan. So it's going to be Joel versus James Robbie here tonight for the championship. And at the moment they've got less than 5 minutes left to practice, and Vince Romeo is topping the timesheets.
Yeah, not a bad job there from Vince. So we haven't really seen him right at the top of the timesheets throughout the season. He's been there or thereabouts, but yeah, certainly not right at the top. Not having Jock here tonight is a bit of a shame, but I'm sure Bob King, who's currently running in second position, will be wanting to have a good round. He was leading the championship for a lot of for a long time, and he managed to let it slip away from him, but I'm sure he'll be wanting to make his way up. Don't think he can win the championship. He could certainly get on the podium. Yeah, it's going to be a great event. I absolutely love this Charlotte track. I've only done a few laps around here myself, but it is a great fast-flowing track, and yeah, I'm really interested to see how it kind of evolves tonight, and where the racing line is, and you know, where the grip is. I know that when we come down to the feature at the end of the night, it's going to be very slick, and these guys will be running very close to the wall.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to be sort of an Eldora-esque line towards the end of the feature tonight, but also as well, another thing that's different between this track and Eldora, yes, they're sort of what you would say the exact same thing, nearly a bullring style of circuit, but the inside of Eldora, it's a solid concrete wall. Here at Charlotte, it's tyres, it's tractor tyres that are white, so you could possibly in qualifying, we could see guys maybe getting very close to those tyres, but you don't want to be doing that in the race, because if you go an inch or so a bit too low, you could see your left front wheel disintegrated and into the wall you go.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Those tyres certainly don't have any give to them. They generally the wall has a little bit more give when you've got a wall on the inside, because you kind of just run over it, whereas that tyre is just like you know, hitting something in the middle of the road that if you did, it kind of does a bit more damage. So I'm sure we're going to see a little bit of controversy tonight, and people get tangled up in those tyres. But yeah, all in all, it's going to be a great event, and I'm really looking forward to seeing who's going to take this one out.
Yeah, it's going to be a very interesting race. I think this is the first broadcasted hosted event, I believe, around this circuit on the with the 410s. So if you do drive the 410s and haven't done a race around the Charlotte track yet, I think this might be a good example of how the racing will go.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Corey. I certainly haven't seen any broadcasted stuff from here. So yeah, there we go. World first on V8s Online. We love it here, and yeah, we love the dirt track racing. This has been a great series, and I think that we're definitely looking forward to it evolving into the next season, the Australian Sprint Car Championship. The dirt stuff is very popular in this part of the world, and yeah, we certainly love to cover it here at V8s Online. So tonight we've got 20 cars out on track from what I can see at the moment. One person who's just rolling out onto the track will be Cam Dance. Saw him load in there, so I'm sure he'll be wanting to have a good round. We haven't seen Cam have spectacular wins or anything this season. He's kind of just been consistent. We saw him get tangled up in a few incidents earlier on in the championship, but he's kept himself pretty clean, and he's kind of in the hunt for the points. So I think he can get himself on the podium. That's for sure.
Yeah, Cameron hasn't been having a good luck streak at the moment or any of the 410 sprint car stuff he's been doing, so hopefully tonight they could change around here at Charlotte.
Yes, that's for sure. I'll tell you what, the TTL Esports camp, their dirt division is very strong, isn't it? They've really put a lot of focus into that, and they're having a good crack at it. One team which isn't really too prominent out here is Synergy Sim Racing. Not as many guys as what we normally see for them. Certainly not. Hobbo hasn't joined us as of yet. We do have Bob King out there running in P2, but it's kind of normally been a TTL and Synergy Sim Racing kind of field, but not so much tonight.
Yeah, it's usually the feature is if you have been watching the previous broadcasts, it's usually the features are usually a whitewash at the front of TTL, sorry, and Synergy Sim Racing cars. But tonight we might see a few different or brand new faces up the front. But we do have Dylan Silliman in P3 at the moment. He was here 2 rounds ago, wasn't here last round. Hopefully this round he'll maybe pop it on pole position as now time trial start.
There we go, qualifying underway. Each driver gets 2 laps to do it, I believe, and yeah, it's quite good really. This format of giving every driver a chance to go out there and have a crack themselves, and you know, all by yourself on the track, and it really gives you your best opportunity. We generally see that the guys who get to go out first have the most advantage because the track's got so much grip in it and they can run so low, and as the qualifying goes on, then the guys a bit further down struggle a little bit to catch up and put it on those top positions. So the guys at the front here, they have the most optimal position to get on to a pole position.
So Trent Godley will be our first car out on track tonight.
There we go. Trent, he's going around. Started his first lap, or done a lap. 15.7 so far, so I think that was a bit of a slow one, but we're going to see around about 12 seconds. What has he done there? 13.2. So benchmark is on his last lap. Okay, so each driver gets 3 laps. Okay, so been informed. First lap was where he came out of the pits. There we go, 13.206 for Gosling. So that's the one that we're going to bank on at the moment, and we will see what everyone else has to go next driver out will
And-
be Bob King. So Bob's in a really, really good position here to do this.
Exactly, nice gripped up track. He'll be using as much of that good line as he can. Pulls out a 15.8. Well, sorry, that was an outlap, so it's where the pit exit at Charlotte is. It's basically right on the start first line. This is his first true lap here. It's a 13.1. Oh, way to the bottom there.
He's
Got
just
the car.
managed to get it
Yeah, exactly.
just from Trent.
And now,
Yeah.
lap 2, could we see maybe a 12
I think it's
here?
gonna be a bit slow. Oh no, there we
13
go.
flat, there you go. So, and now our next car out is, if I can find him on our sheet here.
Darren Brumfield. Darren Brumfield's going to be out on track. We saw Brumfield. He has had a little bit of pace, so I'm interested to see how he can go in this one. Running very close to the wall into turn 1 there as he exits turn 2 along the back straight, flicks it in turn 3, running a very high line. These guys are running very, very high. I would have expected them to run a little bit lower in qualifying, running the mid-track. I'm not sure that cars really doesn't look to be set up too well. I can't quite get the power down over the rear wheels. It's just washing up on him, but what's he going to do in this lap? 13.1, so he's moved into P2 at the moment, so 13.198 for Darren Brumfield.
And our next car on the track, car number 4, is Aaron Keller, the 18 machine. So at the moment, he's did a 13 flat in the practice session. We did see from the practice session, bottom looks only one lap of 12 seconds by Vince Romeo. So we might not see a lot of 12s. We might not even see any 12-second laps here tonight. But Aaron Kelly comes out of turn 4 to finish off his first flying lap. 13.1 puts him P2 at the moment, so he's got a tenth to get provisional pole positions. He comes through turn 3 and through turn 4 here. Keeping that car in check is all you need to get the run out. 13.28, so second lap was slower, but still puts him provisional P number 2.
There we go, and we just saw him clip the that inside tyre as he finished the lap there, and the really sent him flying. So it's one thing that these drivers got to watch out for. Next, we got up Jake Maloney. Now he's going to be super fast, I reckon. We normally see him there or thereabouts at the front. See what he can do today. This track looks very interesting. There's no grip in the mid corner. The cars just look to be washing themselves up to the outside of the track. So that gives me signs that we are going to be running super close to the wall tonight.
As Jake Maloney finishes his first lap, 13.192, so 4,000 separate P2 and P3 at the moment, but as he comes out through 3 and out of turn 4 here, I think he didn't get a good run. No, he didn't. 13.211 is his second lap, so he's now provisional P3, sorry. And now Scott Griffiths is our next car out on track, so the 6th car out on track and another Synergy Sim Racing car, the second one out on the track tonight. That line on that track will now be starting to get slicker and slicker, so you'll be seeing guys starting to perform maybe a bit different lines than usual. He starts off his first lap, it's very close to that tyre barrier, as I was saying before. He just about missed it, so he's going to abort this lap 1, but get going for the second lap, so only one lap will really count here. 13.8 was that aborted lap. Here we go. Down the back straight, flicks it into turn 3. So what time will we see from him here after that bit of a scare through turn 1, lap 1, 13.5. So not his best time, but it'll be at least something to put him into the field tonight.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Probably unsettled him a little bit with that slight mishap on his first lap, but at least he banked one. And next up we got Daniel Gow. We've seen some great racing from Daniel actually throughout this series, and I'm sure he'll be wanting to finish off the series with a decent finish.
And he comes out at turn 4, 13.184, puts him P2. But behind his teammate at the moment, it comes through 3 and 4 for his second lap. What will
Get a
it be?
line for
Very
him.
close.
Is he going to... Oh, I think... No, he's just missed out. Just improved a little bit. 13.135 for him.
Now we should have Lewis Hewitt out on track. Number 3 car, very bright TTL machine, so you'll never see another man run a paint like Lewis Hewitt in a TTL car. It's a very special one, and well, where he is at the moment, he could be in the chance to, I believe, get his second or third dirt championship this year, as he did win one of the championships in the, I do believe it was the IRFF series, the Midget Cup, I believe. But first lap, 13.3. These cars are a bit different to the dirt midget, so comes through 3 and 4. What will he pull out of his pocket here? What time will it be? 13.146. Puts him P3.
Yeah, I would have expected a little bit more from him, to be honest. We've seen some great pace. It is still early on. As long as you get yourself up there towards the front, then I'm sure you're going to be all right. Next up, we got car number 1, Dylan Simmelman. Out there.
Dylan Simmelman,
First lap.
And he's the only American here tonight as well, so he's representing the Americans here. Comes out of turn 4, first lap, 13.3. Very close
to that wall.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Using the sort of Eldora line, as you would call it, but this is Charles on Eldora. Lap 2, 13 flat, 080 actually, 5 1,000 separate pole and P2 at the moment. Wow.
There we go. Not a bad lap at all from him. You got to be happy with that. Next one up on track, we've got Scott Butler. Just sitting there waiting, maybe waiting.
Yeah, we Glenn
Ince, sorry. There we go, car number 44, a little bit wrong there. Glenn Ince, I saw he had a hosted session up before, so he's getting plenty of practice in to give him his best opportunity. What's he done there? 13.334, so probably not the lap that he wanted, running very low. That mid-turn is really washing these cars out. Super close to the wall, and he hit the wall, so lap did not count for his second one.
We should have next out on track, I do believe Scott Butler now. So we've had 10 cars out on track. This is car number 11. He's using the Dylan Simmelman line as he comes through turn 4 to start off his first flying lap. So you can see now guys are using different lines. The first runner guys were using the middle. These guys are using the outside, getting all that cushion, getting a better run actually out of the corner. First lap was a 13.4. Puts him second last, but what will his second lap be? Into 3 and 4 he goes. Flings to the bottom. Trying to get a bit of a shorter line. Better run. 13.117 puts him P3 at the moment out of 11 cars qualified, and now we would have Zachary Phelan, 49 car. Another Synergy Sim Racing candidate here tonight, so that's, I believe, number 4 of the Synergy Sim Racing cars we've seen. Starts his first flying lap, middle of the track he's using, so he's not using the outside line, using more of the most used, common, maybe faster line here tonight. First lap, 13.29. Can he do better? He's currently P10, out of turn 2 down the back straight into turn number 3. Same line as he used the last lap. Will it be faster? No, he hit the wall just on the start-finish line, which does not count it. So a 13.295 will be his qualification time.
Here we go. Next up, Lachlan Smith out on track. So we've seen him get tangled up in a few incidents throughout other events, but he has had some pretty decent pace. Running very close to the wall there as he's going to come out on the straight to start his first lap.
Exactly, Lachlan Smith, another Synergy Sim Racing car, so it might be more of the same sort of story here tonight. First lap 13.176, but can he do better? That number 911 yellow numbered Synergy Sim Racing car comes through turn 3 and 4. What will he do? 13.192 goes slower.
Not a bad lap though. I think that you know, the track's getting pretty worn now, so he's banked a half decent lap.
And now next up on track would be the number 41 James Robbie Gavin Sadler Racing car. So if you are new to the broadcast at the moment, you will see a lot of small teams you haven't heard of, and Gavin Sadler Racing one of them. The lead man's been, well, sort of the lead guy in the dirt side of the Australian iRacing community. So this is one of his companions here. Finishes off his first lap 13.3 flat. He comes out of turn 2. James Robb will be hoping for something better through 3 and 4. To the inside, looks like the front didn't want to turn in. What will it be? 13.413. Does go slower, but we'll put him at the moment P12. Now,
Joel Berkeley up on track now. He Joel is super quick in this dirt stuff. Getting back to Gavin Sadler, he's really struggled throughout this year. Just to be, well, through the season, I should say, to be able to have a clean run. As Berkeley completes his first lap, or his warm-up lap, I should say. What's he going to do for his first lap? There we go, 13.3.274. There we go. Oh no, second. He just missed out. Just missed out on pole there, but not a bad lap there.
And now we should have Gavin Sadler out on track. Yes, he is, number 71 machine. So, alright, I still have to say though, 1/10 of a second separate 8 cars at the moment, with 1/1000th separating pole and second at the moment. So Gavin Sadler might break, he never knows. He comes through 3 and 4 using the high side of the track. You're getting used up. First lap 13.506. Second lap, what will he do through 3 and 4? Either use a low line or he goes middle of the track. Car didn't want to turn in there. Or will it be slower? No, it won't. 13.264 places him P number 12. And now on the track would be James Rice, the number 5 machine. We're dwindling down now to our last, what would I say, 5 cars to...
Yeah, 5 cars to go.
Hit the track here, and here we go. James Rice, I think, just tapped the wall there, or maybe might be net code through 1 and 2 now into 3 and 4. Gets that car ever so close to that wall. 13.4.7 is his first lap. Again, using that high line through 1 and 2, gets very close to that wall. 3 and 4 uses the low line, trying to make the circuit as short as possible, but will go faster. 2.75 will be his time. P number 13. Next up would be Vince Romeo. So Vince Romeo was our fastest man in practice with 12.939. Can he do it again in the qualifying, in the time trial here? Sorry. Comes to start his first lap. The 077 machine. He's shown a lot of great pace in qualifying, but he can't really replicate it in the race, I do believe. So here we go. Out of 4, what will his first lap be? 13.192. Could he go into the flats? 13 flat as he comes into 3 and 4. Gets that car. The car didn't want to turn it on. I don't know if he got it though. Here we go. 13.197. Just doesn't go fast enough. So that will put him P number 10, and now we have Cameron Dance onto the circuit.
There we go, Cam Dance, one of our resident commentators here at V8 Online. He'll be hoping for a good event tonight. I'm sure we're going to see him. He always seems to struggle in qualifying. Myself and we were all talking about before. He always he can manage to do it in the race and keep himself out of trouble. But qualifying is one thing that Cam Dance definitely struggles in, as he's going to come around and complete his first lap. So 13.498. So struggles there for Cam. What's he going to be able to do on his second lap? Running very close to that wall. He does improve, but he doesn't move up the order at all. So 13.396. Cam will not be happy with that.
So now Dale Jordanson is the last car on track, and he'll only get one lap to settle this, not two as the other guys have been. So we go one lap to make it or break it. Comes into turn one and start off his lap. Very, very close to that wall. Down the back straight into turn number 3. Flicks the car and uses the outside line. Comes out at 4. What will it be? 13.301. He might have 2 actually, and I think he does. He comes through 3 and 4. Still committed. He's not going to back off here. Could it be faster? Here we go. Out of 4. Will it be 13.283? Puts him P number 15. So there you go. There's your 20 car grid set for tonight's event. As we get the session over to the heats, and we shall get our first heat underway here very soon.
Yeah, so slightly smaller field tonight. We've still got 21 cars. 21?
20
Yeah,
cars.
20 cars, I should say. 20 cars. So, yeah, slightly smaller, but it's going to create great racing. So we've got 3 heats. First heat has been decided, and we're going to have Dylan Simmelman on pole position for that. Scott Butler will be out on P number 2. Lachlan Smith in P number 3. Vince Romeo, P number 4. Gavin Sadler, P5. Zachary Phelan on P6. And Cam Dance, P7. So Cam, he'll want to make his way up here. So with the first 4 will get put through to the feature. So you want to make that 4th position, and then you're safe home and hose for that big long feature race.
And also as well tonight, the heats will play a very important part as well for a championship for the top 4 guys. Cameron Dance is also one of them, so his chance might be very slim, but if he does something well in the heats and possibly gets him up into a good position after the feature ends, he might possibly win the championship. His other 2 companions, as Joel is not here tonight. So, Jock, is not here tonight, so he might be in the seat for a chance at a championship as they come around here for 1-2 green. So 2 double file starts here. No cautions in these heats as usual, nor the consolation, but the feature will have the good old cautions. I do believe it's a 35 lap feature tonight. So they come
35 laps around this place will be a hard ask, really, and we do see the safety car come out for. There we go. Racing is underway. Pretty clean start at the moment. Oh, Cam Dance, though. Struggles there for Cam. Been tangled up.
But at the moment, Silliman does a slide job. Oh, and he just gets it. Oh, Vince Romeo just held the car and nearly collected Silverman, and also Zachary Phelan as Savannah goes down the inside, loses the rear of the car, drops down to 4th. And well, now that 4th place is now occupied by 2 SSR cars, and Gavin Sadler wants none of it. He wants that 4th place. That's the position that you need to focus on tonight. P4 in these heats. You've got Sadler, and Fallon both going side by side at it. They're still side by side.
Yeah, see, Sadler's really struggling to get grip. Running in that mid-track, there just looks to be nothing at all. So now he's gone to the high line to try and use that. But in saying that, Scott Butler's knocking on the door as well for 4th place.
Well, actually now 4th place, Fallon is just starting to pull away from Sadler and Butler as they both go side by side through 3 and 4 here. And now, I do believe maybe Fallon is catching up to his teammate as Romeo had a bit of a mistake, and now we've got Lachlan Smith there trying to go for that P2, and Fallon's also looking for it as well. 3-way battle for P number 2. This could entice Sadler back into the mix here. I think he is getting near it, so this could be a big train for P2, and that P number 4 fight is still in there as we come around to start off our final lap of the heat. So Zachary Fallon looks like he's going to easily take that last transfer position into the heats, but Dylan Selman here will win the heat. P number 2 will be Lachlan Smith, P3 Vince Romeo, P number 4 Zachary Fallon. And as the rest of the cars come across the line, and we'll have the finishing order for that one was Dylan Selman winning with Lachlan Smith in 2nd place, P number 3 Vince Romeo, P number 4 Zachary Fallon, and going to the consolation will be Gavin Sadler, Scott Butler, and sadly Cameron Dancer for that lap on contact.
Yep, so race number 2's up. Joel Berkeley off P1, Daniel Gow off P number 2, Aaron Kelly off P number 4, Darren Brumfield P4, James Rice P5, James Robbie P6, and Scott Griffiths P7 as they're taking off now.
So here we go, the 2nd heat of tonight. It's going to be all the heats tonight. I do believe it's a pretty even split of drivers. Heat 3 has got Bob King, Hewitt and Maloney in it, so that might be a pretty good heat. But this 2nd heat, well, don't keep your eyes off for any second because, well, SSR car, we got that 63, it's got Griffith starting from the back. You could come back up to the front here. And don't forget that all-important P number 4 is what you need in these heats to get through straight to the feature. So if you're one of those drivers, you don't really want to be going into the B main or the consolation to get into the feature. The more laps will, and also as well, it's actually because the more laps you do around here, the more of an understanding you get for the track and the line that's developing before you hit the feature. So it could be an advantage, but as we come around here, safety car pulls off down the back straight. Joel Berkeley will leave them into turn 3 to start off heat number 2 of tonight. 8 quick laps. And they come around
8 very, very quick laps.
And there
we go, green flag flies. Great start for the 9 there. The TTL machine going to the low side. Everyone's getting through pretty cleanly at the moment.
Yep, and that battle for P4, they got very close to the inside. Aaron Kelly and James Robbie nearly had a bit of a colliding into turn 3, but at the moment all single file stuff. Whoa, Robbie with a beautiful run.
What a dive.
And now Kelly's going to have none of this now. He would want that P number 4 back really quickly into 1 and 2, but he's not catching up as fast as James Robbie was just before, but now Robbie is catching up to Brumfield, but that does not matter because P number 4, and now Aaron Kelly looks back at him side by side again. Does not work.
Can't get the power down.
He lost more ground that time. But also, James Robbie looks for Brumfield and is now into P3. No, not yet. Still side by side through turn 1 and 2. Still side by side. They've not made up. What's going to happen?
Car in the wall.
Kelly's in the wall.
Kelly in the wall.
He drops down behind James Rice and now side by side, but up for P4. Robbie and Brumfield are still going at it. They're battling for actually P3, sorry. So as we come around to start, 2 laps to go.
Joel Berkeley absolutely running away with it. He has some serious pace on board that car.
sadly, Scott Griffiths actually disconnected from the service, so he must have had something out wrong with his technical issues or whatever. But at the moment, the battle for P4 is on, but P5, Kelly does a slide job on Rice. But there's contact, and again, Kelly's at the wall on the back straight. So there we go. And that's the checkered flag, and Kelly puts it in the wall out of the last quarter, won't even get across the finishing line. So that's the second heat, with the order going as follows. Joel Berkeley finishes P1, P2, P2, sorry, will be Daniel Gow. P number 3 will be Darren Brumfield, P number 4. Oh, actually, there we go. Sorry, so Berkeley, Gow, Brumfield, James Robbie will be P number 4, with James Rice, P number 5, and Aaron Kelly hitting the wall out of turn 4, and Scott Griffiths sadly disconnected from the server and was counted 5 laps down. So now we have...
There we go.
Third heat.
Last heat race of the night. Very own event organizer Bob King off P number 1. He's got to be happy with that. Lewis Hewitt off P number 2. Aaron Kelly. Jake Maloney off P number 3. Trent Gosling off P number 4. Dale Jordison P5. Glenn Ince P number 6. And rounding out, no, that's all. That's all in this grid.
Yeah, so only a 6-car grid this heat race, and well, it's SSR, TTL, TTL grid here. Well, SSR, TTL, yes, that's the top 3. So P4, it's might be a desolate position from P3 if the races go sort of TTL and SSR's way here. So they roll off here. Only 6 cars. Looked a bit desolate compared to the 7 we were seeing before, but last race before the consolation, and I do believe 4 cars from the consolation will go through tonight. So might be wrong, might get the numbers to change around before the consolation starts, but still P number 4 is that awfully important position in these heat races to get through straight to the feature. As they start, they're 1 lap to green. So Bob King will be commanding the field here as they come out of turn 2 here. Pace truck.
Yeah, I reckon it's going to be a pretty close battle between these front 2 cars. There we go. Trucks in.
Yeah, Bob King commands the field through 4. Green
There
flag.
we go, green flag. He's waiting, he's gone. Oh, great jump there. The 3 car got absolutely slaughtered. But he's going to get the power down. He's going to move back into P2. Running super close to that wall. Try and use that cushion up top there.
Oh, who's that all the way to the bottom? That's Jordison all the way to the bottom. Didn't work though, because now P number 4 is occupied by Trent Gosling, and he's staying pretty close to the back of Jake Maloney there. They're both
car in the wall in the background. There we go. That's yeah, that was pretty heartbreaking stuff there for him.
So now that means that P4 is basically settled on for Gosling if he doesn't make a mistake between now and the end of the race. But at the moment, just the 3 cars up front. I thought they'd be separated from these guys, but no. Gosling's staying behind and hooked up. All 3, that top 3, all 3 of them are using that top line, getting as close to the wall as they can. But at the end of the night, we might not even have any sort of cushion, or a big cushion up there, but not any grip. Come around and start off 2 laps to go. Gosling tried a bit of a different line there through 3 and 4. So if you're in the sort of that move straight into the feature position, you really want to be trying a different line, seeing what works, seeing what doesn't before you hit the feature. And now we
tell you what, this battle right up the front of these 3 cars is the closest we've seen so far in all of the heats
Oh, who's that?
for these guys.
Baloney. I don't know what he was doing there. Pretty slow out of into turn 3, but now that's third heat done and dusted. And the finishing order goes as follows. Bob King finishes out that heat with James Dewey. Lewis Hewitt, getting my names mixed up here in P number 2. And then Maloney Gosling with Dale Jordison and Ince finishing up the order there. So now we hit the Constellation.
There we go. So the Constellation race is out, and on pole position we do have Gavin Sadler. Next to him will be James Rice. P number 3 will be Glenn Ince will be on P number 3. P number 4 is going to be Scott Butler. P number 5 is going to be Lachlan Smith. P6 will be Dale Jordison. P7 Cam Dance. P8 Scott Griffiths. So 8 cars in this one. So the top
Yes.
4. Top
It's
4
saying,
go through on
it's
this
actually
one.
saying top 8, Fonty. So at the moment, it looks like all the cars.
Everyone's going to get through.
Yeah. So it is going.
There we go.
Yeah, just going. Just
Going to sort the order out on the last 8 cars, I guess. So that's pretty good. Everyone gets a free ticket to the feature tonight.
So
15 laps for this one.
50 laps, and then actually it's a 40 lap feature. So 40 laps at Charlotte, and after the 40 laps, we'll have a determination of who wins the last event of this series, and also who is the champion. Which, at the moment, could be Lewis Hewitt, could be any of the top 4 bar Jock Goodyear, as he sadly is not here tonight. So we can roll around here to start off the race. Pace Track will pull in here. Gavin Sadler commands the 8-car field here for this Constellation race. All of them will go through. So could we see some good racing through turn 3 into turn 4? Here we go. Will he go on the drop of the green? No, he won't, but yes, he will actually.
Underway we go. Good start there for Sadler. But he's not going to be able to get the power down in the number 9. There we go. Oh, but he's got away with it. He's got away with it. He has been lucky there to get away with it, but... Oh, no, he's looped it. He's looped it all by himself there.
And
There
now
we go. Gavin Sadler under a lot of pressure. James Rice is knocking on his door. Really hard to get a move done here. You can see that there's absolutely no grip down there on the inside line, so that you're really just going to have to throw that slide job and hope you can clear it.
Oh, someone's out in the grass there. Jordison's in the grass again. He's been trying to use that low line the whole time he's been on the track, and it's not really worked out so far, but at the moment, Sadler's starting to pull a bit of a gap on Rice, but Ince is coming around. He really wants that P2, so this is just to sort out the bottom end of the field for the feature. So it really is for some guys free warm up, for other guys try and sort their positions out. As now Rice is on the back bumper of Sadler again and doesn't get the run through.
Can't able to get that power down if he runs anything lower. So the very single line racetrack at the moment. He's running the highest. He's setting a new line up the top, running as close as he can to the wall. Oh, Gavin Sadler in the wall slightly there, so didn't get him tangled up, but he did nip the wall, which pulled the front around. So here we go. He's got the run. Is he going to be able to do it? No, he's not. So he's going to throw it high again. Try and use that berm on the outside there to get the power down.
Is sort of a one-line, as you said, a one-line racetrack at the moment, just all on the top to get the best run. At the moment, it's a 3-car split at the front. P number 4 is controlled by Scott Butler, Still a three-car pack for P number 4. So Ince has dropped off here by the looks. Yeah, he's dropped off really far back from the pack from that. And now Butler's stopped on the track. I think he would have escaped. Yeah, he's escaped to the pit, so that's him out of this consolation. Ince again, but he can't get the right out of that turn 2 nor keep the car straight. But it's still on. It's on again for P number 1. Rice, Sadler, very close. They're both, see now they're starting to lose the rear of the car through turn 2, getting very close to getting that wall. Well, sort of demolishing it as we start now. 2 laps to go. High line,
just
still
absolutely
the best line.
no line anywhere else but up top, and this makes it hard for these guys to get a move done. But he's the closest that he has been, but no, he's not going to be able to do it. So this is pretty much given Gavin Sadler the race win here.
Good now, out of 4 they come. Sadler takes the checkered
Whoa.
flag.
Very
Rice
close
just
to the
gets
wall
the
there for
P2.
Rice.
Exactly, and well, surprisingly, P number 3 goes to Glenn Ince. P number 4 to Cameron Dancy made his way through the pack there. So, and then P number 5. So your finishing order goes as follows: Gavin Sadler P1, James Rice P2, P3 will be Gettins, P number 4 would be Cameron Dance, P number 5 will be Dale Jordison, P6 Aaron Kelly, and then Scott Griffiths and Scott A. Butler, sorry, rounding out the order with DNS. And now we start warm up here, so now it's time to talk championship, Fonty. Who will possibly win the championship after these 40 laps around here?
Yeah, you're exactly right, mate. It's wow, it is pretty close. We don't have the championship leader here, so yeah, I think to take this one out. Sorry, the championship leader is out there, Joel Berkeley. So yeah, he'll be wanting to have a good finish here. We saw the pace that he had in his heat race, and yeah, it was pretty fast. This racetrack has not really gone the way I expected it to be honest. There's absolutely no line out there. There's one line, and it's going to be very hard for these guys to pass. So basically, I think that as we see a car there in the wall, just trying to get it, yeah, trying to get that optimal line, and it's really hard when there is absolutely no racetrack left, and we're going to see a few people end up in the fence, I reckon.
It's going to be a really surprising feature. It will be with the with what is basically no line there for anyone to take. It's mostly the top line, and at the moment, close to the wall as you can get is the best line. They're all getting within an inch of the wall, an inch of their lives as well, because this is the 410 sprint car, and there's no mercy if you hit the wall. If you hit the wall, well, you're basically gone. So you wind up here with around about a minute to go and warm up before we start our 40-lap feature. Top 6 of the feature will be inverted from the heat orders, so meaning that looks like Daniel Selman, who was P1 in Heat 1, will start P6 here for the feature as we get close to the end of the warm-up. But for whoever's going to win this race, well, good luck, because you've got to survive 40 laps of a track with no actual line. You're all hoping and praying for good grip, and well, tonight it's going to be the best who can keep their car on the track and have some sort of pace will get the win tonight. So as we get to 15 seconds left in warm-up, they're all still running around, they're all still trying. They would like to have more time on the track, but sadly they can't. 5 seconds left in warm-up, so here we go. 40 laps of the dirt track at Charlotte for the season finale of the Australian Sprint Car 410 Championship here. Here we go. Grid would go as follows. Fonty, would you take it away?
Well, there we go. Drivers have had their practice session, and we have got the grid up for the feature. We're going to have Lewis Hewitt off P number 1. P number 2 will be Daniel Gow. P number 3 will be Lachlan Smith. P4, Bob King. P5 will be Joel Berkeley. P6, Dylan Simmelman, the only American down here racing today. P number 7, Vince Romeo. P8, Darren Brumfield. 9 will be Jake Maloney. So, yeah, a little bit further back than I expected him from him. P10, Zachary Phelan. P11, James Robbie. P12, Trent Gossley. P number 13 will be Gavin Sadler. P14 will be James Rice. P number 15 will be Glenn Ince. P16, Cam Dance. 17 will be Dale Jordison. 18, we will see Aaron Kelly. And 19, we will see Scott Griffiths. 20 will be Scott Butler.
Exactly, they all roll off the grid here. 20 cars here do 40 laps. What's wrong with the 91 car? Looks like he's not going at the moment. 91 car would be Darren Brumfield. Looks like he's pulled off for the second, trying to get the car going again. Very weird there. It looks like he couldn't go straight, so got to climb back up to his grid position here before the start of the race. So very good for that stuff to happen, you know, sort of on the rolling off the grid instead of, you know, on the 1 lap to green where you can't really do anything but hope and pray you sort of get back to where you were. But trying to make his way back through the field, wouldn't be something you really want to happen before the start of the feature. So it's going to be a whole lot of fun here tonight. We could see we will see, I think, a couple of early cautions here. We could see maybe a caution towards the later end of the race. 40 laps, 20 cars. Lewis Hewitt rolls them off. Here we go, into turn 4 they come. Who will it be? 40 laps, we are underway. Lewis Hewitt leads them off. And who got the jump? Daniel Galvin. Hewitt to the inside, slides it up, blocks the outside line. Can't do it though, hits the wall. Oh, and SSR cars are hitting each other. The top 3 are SSR. Oh, wow.
This is super close. This is really... Oh, we got big crash in the background there. Huge accident. Caution is out. That was massive. Those guys... There we go. Trent Gossley is out of the race. That was a big accident. Yeah, so Darren Brumfield also caught up in that incident, and those guys will be disappointed to end their Australian Sprint Car Championship campaign like this. There we go, so we're 3 laps into it now. Big accident, so it was pretty fierce racing at the front there. Currently have Bob King, he's out in the lead, so Bob's got to be happy with the start there. Daniel Gow in P number 2, Dylan Simmelman in P number 3, Lachlan Smith in P number 4, and then Joel Berkeley in P number 5.
Yeah, with your pole sitter, P number 6 after hitting the wall out of into turn 3 on that first lap. So not really the way you want to start the final race of the season there from Lewis Hewitt, but hopefully calms his way back up the field as we come around for 1 lap to green. So very quick night tonight it has been, and this heat race could go by quicker as well. So very short circuit, very short track it is. So it's going to be a lot of bullring-esque sort of stuff happening here later on in the race. If they do get close to each other, we could see a lot of slide jobs, as you did see there at the start by Lewis, but didn't get it worked out. Pace truck pulls in. Bob King commands the field as we come into turn 3, rolling at 68 kilometers an hour. Here we go on the high line here to get the best run, get the jump. Where will he go? He'll go now on the green. Great jump there on his teammate Daniel Gow behind him, and now Silverman looks for an outside line opportunity. No, he's actually pulled a bit back. So there are a lot of cars running that high line. Silverman gets a run on him as well around the outside, and that just proves the outside
running the low line. Oh, he's gonna come very close with his TTR teammate.
Silverman up front gets the lead.
Oh,
King gets close, but behind. Oh, Maloney just checked up a couple of cars there. And now Berkeley's getting a bit loose out of the corner as well. So a lot of guys here don't know how to...
Oh, there we go. TTL car, Hewitt in the wall.
Oh.
He was lucky to get away with that. It was his teammate that kind of caused him to do that there. One person who is making their way up is Cam Dance.
Exactly. Nearly those 3 TTL cars got together there, but very lucky they didn't, because now at the moment they're on the back foot because they've got Simmelman is storming away from this pack with King, Gow and Smith leading at the 3 SSR cars. Joel Berkeley, Lewis Hewitt, James Robbie and Jake Maloney with Cam Dance nearly performs a slide job on his teammate. And then also up front, in front of them, James Robbie, Lewis Hewitt swap positions. And now the caution.
No.
Bryce and Griffiths in
There
the
we go.
background around, but no caution is out yet, so we still keep racing. And now Robbie got another spot on another TTL car. Berkeley doesn't want it though. Smith is now there.
Oh, nice little battle between these guys.
And now Lewis Hewitt.
Yeah.
And now Lewis Hewitt is looking for it. We just got word of step for the championship. So these 3 guys, tooth and nail for this what would be a championship changing spot.
There we go. So Robbie.
Oh, he went to the wall again. Oh, he did collect Cam Dance.
There we go. Wow, big accident there. Big accident. So yellow. The truck is out. So Cam Dance is going to try and continue on though. He's got no front wing on it, so she's going to have no downforce. But he is trying for his championship points, I'm guessing. He may have to come into the pit lane potentially.
Oh no, he
This car's too damaged.
Letting cars by, but he
Okay,
might
so
be.
we're going to get a wave send end of line. I'm not too sure.
I think he might be in the position he's in, but I think he's going into the pit lane. He might be either a fast repair or getting that, possibly that wing put back on the car. There you go, turns off into the lane.
There we go. So Cam Dance, he's pulled into the pits. Is it going to be race done for him?
Might be depending on what is happening. He's parking it. No, he's going to continue.
I think he might be waiting for the field to go past potentially. There we go. So he's waiting for the field to all go past. He's trying to just collect those championship points. We're now 17 laps through this race, so nearly through half race distance now.
Well, he is actually now the last car on the circuit, but he's a lap down as Lewis Hewitt's in the pits as we go back under green flag here for the third time tonight. Simmelman leads, Bob King is second with Gow behind in third, and then Walker Smith in fourth, and caution's out again. Who is it for this time? Butler, apparently.
Scott Butler. So he was around. He's also missing his front wing from what I can see here. These guys wanted to have some clean racing now that the championship battle on is currently for P5 and P6. These 2 guys going at it. Whoever finishes in front of the other will take the championship, I believe. Yeah, so it's pretty much down to that. It'll be very close either way.
So, Jordison was given a penalty for that move as well as Dance is in the grass. I think he might, he's called it race done. He escapes to the pits, so. Well, he's not really what you would say in the championship battle now. He was a lap down, he wasn't going to get his lap back or anything like that, so. It's now what would be a 2-car battle, 2-driver battle And, well, Lewis Hewitt is basically out of the race, but what could happen now with the championship? So, sorry, it's actually between Berkeley and Robbie. I was mistaken. So, Berkeley and Robbie are basically nearly behind each other.
There we go. Pace truck's in. Gonna get it back underway. Dylan Simmelman, our American, down here to race. He's gonna try and get the jump. And he's gonna get a good jump there. Nice stuff from Bob King. Battle between Berkeley and Robbie is not over though. Robbie going to high line there. He's going to try and use that. He's going to get the power out. He's going to go side by side with him. Here we go. This move is on here. He's going to come up here. He's going to go down the inside. There's a slide job, so he's got the pass done.
But Berkeley, I think, might be looking for another way around. Just
no, Berkeley, yeah, tapped the wall. He's going to try and go again. You can see there is so much rubber down on this track now that the tyres are actually smoking coming into the turn. So it's a very single line racetrack.
Here we go, Berkeley to the inside, doesn't do anything at all. The track is so worn down that they're only on lap 27 now. They come around for lap 27 actually, so he's losing time to his championship rival James Robbie, and just as I say that, he's got nose beside.
He's got it done. He's got it done. He's going to throw it deep, and now he's going to be up the top. Yeah, he's going to have the power down here. Oh no, he can't get the run, but he has got the best line. Oh, there we go. A little bit of contact there at the back.
But no caution, no. This battle though, number 5 is still on. Robbie, Berkeley, they're both not going to give each other an inch as they come into one again, side by side. Berkeley has got that good line though, but everybody's trying to try the middle. And oh, just as I say that, he loses the rear, and his teammates in the wall, and that's a caution. Maloney just got caught out there by Berkeley losing the rear and got the wall there into turn 3, and the caution is now out. So that's another reset on the race with, well, this time Robbie in front of Berkeley. So this championship fight is on for young and old at the moment.
Yeah, it certainly is on. I'll tell you what, this is been a great little race. Such a single line racetrack. I don't think we've seen a racetrack like this the whole season. Looking at the track up close here on my cameras, you can just see how much rubber has been laid onto the track. You can see that when the guys are going around it and they're pitching it into the turn, that it's just hitting the rubber, it's smoking the tires up. There's that much rubber down.
You don't really want a lot of rubber on the circuit, as we are now under 10 laps to go in this thing, so this is it. Less than 10 laps to go in this championship, and well, the championship battle is still alive. Dylan Sellerman still in the lead. Bob King P number 2, Lachlan Smith P3, and then Robbie and Berkeley P4 and P5 as we come around for 1 lap to green. So this could be the last. And Jake Bellotti actually did get an EOL for that, but I don't know if it's still on the track or not. So
yeah, I think he's at the back there.
So he was. So actually, as they finish right now, Berkeley will just edge out Robbie by 12 points. So if I was Berkeley and I was told that information, I would be staying behind, not getting into any other trouble, because this will seal the championship if he keeps it clean. As they're actually got another lap under caution, so this might be the last lap under caution. So pace truck will pull in. Here we go. Simmelman commands the field for the 3rd or 4th restart tonight. This could be the last one as well as we come around to start lap 34. Here we go. Will he get the jump again? Yes, he does. Green again.
Good start from Robbie there. And P number 4, he's going to throw it deep. He's going to try. He needs to move up here to be able to try and win this championship. He'll know where he needs to finish in comparison to Joel Berkeley to get it, but Berkeley is putting up under a bit of pressure. Needs to stay off that wall. This track looking super bumpy now. He's running as close as he can to that outside line.
hit
there
the
we go.
wall.
Zimmerman in the wall. Oh, and this is given it up
Oh
to
no, but Berkeley's
Robbie.
the ball. No, he's got to keep the position. Berkeley side by side with Silverman here for P number 4. Oh wow, and Berkeley's just trying to got to keep that car. Silverman again. Oh, there's another crash.
There we go. So that's going to be the race
end.
end. That potentially we may get 1 lap, but I don't think so.
Well, there's a good thing about. I think they're still racing though to the line. So yeah, that'll be the end of the race actually for it. They're on lap 38. So
There we go. So Joel Berkeley.
So that means exactly. That means that gives the win a surprise to Bob King. With Lachlan Smith.
Tell you what, Zimmerman will be absolutely gutted with what happened there. He just clipped that wall a little bit, and it just rode that tire, and he was a passenger from that point. He managed to get out of that, but then he was pushing on, and he's collected with another car. So absolutely gutting for those guys. But tell you what, don't know if Joel knows, but he will certainly be happy with winning this championship.
Exactly, that winning the race would be better, but winning the championship's even more better than what it is the grand finale of the season. And well, they'll come around here to get the white flag, and sadly we'll be still under caution. So, and Silverman was actually given and is given an EOL for that, so he'll finish lower than what he is at the moment. So, well, that'll be shattering for Silverman, just getting that wall and couldn't get the car off it, and will sadly finish. What would be P number 12? So from the lead to P12 in the matter of 2 laps shows you how mistakes can grow. But as they come under the caution, slowly coming down the back straight in turn number 3, Bob King will win the event. But this is great as well because you got 2 Synergy 7 racing cars, 1 and 2. James Robbie and that Gavin Sadler racing car, P number 3, and Berkeley P4 TTL car. Here we go, across the line. Bob King will win here at Charlotte. Lachlan Smith P2, James Robbie P3, but Joel Berkeley off our numbers will do just enough to win the championship. And well, what a drive by him there. He really got close to getting knocked out of the championship and brought it back just in the nick of time. There you go, so race results will go as follows. Bob King, P number 1 taking out the win. P number 2, Lachlan Smith. P number 3 will be James Robbie. P number 4, and our champion off our numbers will be P number 4, and also the championship winner. P number 5, Zachary Fenlon. P number 6, Scott Butler. P7, Aaron Kelly. P number 8 will be Vince Romeo. P number 9, Dale Jordison, and rounding out the top 10 will be Jake Maloney.
There we go. What a championship! Tell you what, that was it was pretty exciting, really. We had some great events this season, and yeah, I really do look forward to the next Australian Sprint Car Championship season kicking off. We're not too sure the details of that yet, but I do believe that it is in the works, and yeah, come down and race with us if you haven't. It was great to see some Americans come down and race with us this season, and yeah, I've thoroughly enjoyed calling this.
Exactly, it's been a great series to watch and commentate. And the racing's been clean, the racing's been very hard, and while Maloney's still out, Berkeley is still out there pulling laps as he would know at the moment. He's the champion. He's the champion this season, so. What a race, what an event, what a championship. So we've got our race winners hopping into the Collins box here in a second, but that was an amazing race. Well, we did have, sadly, what was 6 or 7 DNS from that race, so it was a good race overall. But here we go, our winner from the event, Bob King. Bob, first question is, how did you feel when you saw Dylan Silverman put in the wall there?
I didn't really know he'd done it for a good lap. Sort of started to run the middle and started gaining some speed, and I thought 3 and 4 was a little bit too scary up on the top, so I switched to the middle, had some speed there, and he obviously made the mistake I thought I was going to.
Exactly, and well, great job there on the win, but I think there's no other questions, but who would you like to thank for the win?
Mainly the guys over at Synergy Sim Racing, Trackstar Raceway, the Speedway Shop, Newlon, DGD Customs, 88 Media, Watercraft Performance, Cartel Company, CSR Fabrications. There's quite a few people that have helped out with the team. And also Joel from Down Under Graphics. This wouldn't be possible without his support. So yeah, thanks, Joel.
Right, thank you very much. And well, we should actually thank you as well for hosting a beautiful championship. This one and was a great race all the way down to the sadly the final 4 laps. But sadly, with that caution coming out only with 3 to go. Sorry. So good job, Bob. And
Yeah, it would have been interesting to see how that one went. I don't have the exact points on me, but Joel ended up with a win in the championship, and James Robbie was second, and I was third.
So there you go, ladies and gents. So there you go. Joel Berkey will be the championship winner, but P number 3 from the race, James Robbie. Sadly, he'll come home P number 2 in the championship. James, how was that race for you?
Yeah, it was awesome. Just kept trying to move forward, and I just knew I had to beat Joel, but it wasn't by enough. So that was good fun battling with Joel and Lockie and trying to move forward through the field.
Exactly. You started P11 and finished P3, and well, who would you like to thank for that race result?
Yeah, just I guess me and Gav at Gavin Sadler Racing, just working together and keeping positive and consistent, really.
Thank you very much. And well, sadly for you, Robbie, you'll come P number 2 in the championship. A great fought battle for you guys in the championship, and now I believe that we have our championship winner on the line, who was P number 4 in the race, Joel Berkey. What a great job! What a great job from you. How was that race for you?
Pretty poor actually, but yeah, good battle with James throughout the race, and just need to do what I need to do.
Exactly, and well, who would you like to thank for the race result and also the championship winner?
Massive thanks to Bob for the effort for the series. You guys broadcasting. Thanks to the guys at TTL Esports. Yeah, everyone else that helps out over there, and yeah, it's much appreciated.
Well, and hopefully as well, we'll see you guys, all of you guys, in the next series of this Australian Sprint Car 410 series, and well, we'd like to congratulate Joel Berkey on your champion, as you are the champion. Sorry, your championship win. So, I think we should draw that. We should draw the night out here with thanks to Bob King for hosting, and also Joel Berkey is a championship winner. And I think
I tell you what a great series it was, and well done to Bob for putting on such a tremendous series. It was I certainly absolutely loved calling it, and it's been a great success, I feel, and I look forward to the next season, that's for sure.
Well, I think all of us from V8's aligned.
There we go. So there we go. So no, thank you very much for tuning in tonight, guys. It's as I said, it's been a great season, and the action doesn't stop here on V8's Online. We're back tomorrow again for the Geodesic Sprint Series Australasia, and then on Friday we'll be back for the Australian Online Supercar Championship. I'm certainly looking forward to being involved in that one. And other than that, thanks for tuning in tonight. This has been the Australian Sprint Car Championship presented by V8's Online. Catch you next time.